Welcome to Wisdom with the Why. Thank you for joining me today. I'm your host, Robin Adams, here to share some tidbits of wisdom that have helped me in my life in hopes that it might help you in yours. Today's topic is chores and parenting, and probably going to be touching a little bit on you doing chores. So, chores and parenting. If your child is old enough to pick up their toys off the ground, which is usually between 2 and 3 years old, depending on their maturity level, they're old enough to understand that they have chores and they have responsibilities. This doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be a formal chore chart, though that does help gain the momentum for you as a parent that that's the expected part of their life, and they'll check their chore chart and it'll just be part of the thing. They get a sticker, they get a mark off, they get you to clap and jump up and down, something just kind of like when you're potty training them. They do something good, you reward it. At that age, you're not really worried about when they do something wrong. You're just really rewarding the good behaviors that you're wanting to reinforce. It's kind of like Pavlov's dog, or training a dog, really. They do something right, you reward it. They do something right, they reward it. They do something negative, usually you can just ignore it with them when they're at that age. Obviously, there are some exceptions to that. As they get older, you get into formal chore charts, but the importance of chores really is understanding that your child is more capable than you likely think they are. By the time they're 8 years old, they can take out the garbage. They might need a little assistance. It might leave a mess behind that they need to learn how to clean up. And you might have to help a little bit with that cleanup for a while. But then they'll learn to pick it up off the ground. They'll keep it up off the ground and they'll get it to the big garbage can outside or wherever it's supposed to go without making a mess, because they won't like cleaning it up off the ground when it gets a hole in it. Your child is old enough to wipe down the bathroom when they're probably 7 or 8 years old. They may not do a great job to your standards, but you didn't do a great job at first either with anything. Over the weekend at church, Pastor Joel talked about when our children are learning how to walk and they fall, we continue to encourage them and try and get them to get back up. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. That same thing applies to every aspect of parenting and pretty much every aspect of life. But especially in parenting, as you're teaching them a new skill, and doing housework is a skill, and a skill we all need to master, encourage them. Don't berate them, don't watch them do it. Don't have them watch you clean after them. If they've done a poor job, you can do it with them to redo it. But don't let them stand idly by while you complete the task for them. That's telling them if they do a halfway job, then mom's just going to come in and clean up after them, so it doesn't really matter. They can do their least and you'll do your best, and that's fine. If you expect their best all the time when they're doing a task like that, they will deliver. They're capable. You're raising people. You're raising adults. You're not raising children, so you need to treat them as such with more grace and patience than you might give to a normal adult. But chores are important in that. When they get a job, they're going to have things they have to do that they don't want to do, that have a timetable that they need to be done by, that have a checklist, a to-do list. Those things are implemented in childhood. If you want to make your kid's life easier later, make it a little harder right now. Make your life a little bit easier later by making it harder right now, so that when they are in their teenage years, you are not having to wash their laundry, sweep the floor, do all the dishes, do all the running, because they're going to know that that's an expected part of life, and they're going to step up and they're going to do it. If they already are teenagers, you can create that expectation. They will join you. It'll take some time, it'll take consistency on your part, but if you're trying to raise a child to not be a child but to be an adult, you have to give them the tools to get there. Schools can't provide that. You get to provide that at home. So, chores matter, and that was why. Have a great day. If you gained something from this episode, please like and subscribe. If you think it could help someone else, please share. When you help us grow organically, I really appreciate it. And hey, if you have any suggestions or topic requests, please add them to the comments. I'd love to address them. I hope you choose to make today a great one for you and for someone else.